Hey guys, what's up? This is Redneck Gamer X, and I want to talk about today why Jump Force sucks as a game and as a whole. The fighting in the game is great. It is fantastic. It is crisp. It is awesome. But the sole core problem of this game is they tried to copy off of another game and failed miserably. They tried to copy off Xenoverse, and the game is linear. You can't even really even fly around on missions. I mean, it's just a cutscene that's lazy. No real fighting in the cutscenes. Some cutscenes have voiceover work, and then for some god odd reason, some cutscenes have zero voiceover work. I mean, the game as a whole is a complete failure. I don't understand what they were thinking. You know, this is supposed to be the, I think, 50th anniversary for anime, and this is what they're starting out with. And it frustrates me because the gameplay itself, at a core, is really good. But like I said, I mean, you can't you can have good gameplay, but if your story and plot is ass, nobody's gonna want to really touch it. I mean, and of course there are people that are gonna come out there and say, oh well, the game is just for the gameplay, it's for the gameplay. Well, if that's the case, why even put in a story or even a plot? Why not just make it a regular fighting game like they did with Fighter Z? But even that had a plot in it, which was half-assed too. I'm not surprised that this game is as half-assed as it is. And what's sad is it's a lot linear than Xenoverse. At least if you're going to steal something, at least commit to what you're stealing, They're practically using the same engine as Xenoverse, just with better graphics. And even some of the graphics look bad. I mean, for example, Trunks' eyes look terrible. They have this weird line above their eyes that just makes them look weird. I don't know what it is about that. I mean, I will say some positive stuff about the game. There is tons of customization. There's tons of crazy moves that you can add on to your character. There's tons of different other abilities that you can give your character. But once again, the game is so repetitive at points and at times that you're not even going to want to just grind out. And it's not even a difficult game anyway. To me, Xenoverse wasn't even a difficult game. As long as you leveled up your character and gave him, proper moves that would do major damage, that's really all that mattered in the game. And just as a whole, this game is just bad. I'm praying that Dragon Ball Project Z is a good game. I'm praying for this, but for this one, it's not a buy for me. I would say wait until it's on sale. And the audacity to be selling this for $60 is a ripoff to me. It's not worth 60. And there's some people out there that pay for the collection, and the collection is $100, and that's just to play it early. And all of the gameplay footage I've seen, people are just bored. It feels such like a chore, a grind, and I hate to be so negative on this game because I love anime. I've watched all of Dragon Ball Z, I've watched all of Dragon Ball, I've watched all of One Piece. Well, One Piece is still going on. I've watched all of Bleach, Yu Hakusho, all these shows that are in this game. I've watched majority of them all. So it's not like I'm going into this blind or anything. I've seen the footage, and I've seen Angry Joe playing the game, and he nailed it on the head. It's just, and that's what I said when it first came, when they first started talking about it. I looked at it and I was like, this isn't going to be good because it's just Xenoverse with all anime characters, and it's just crazy that it has come to this with this game because it had so much potential in this game, and for it to bomb as bad as it did, IGM gave it a 6.5, you know, and I don't understand why this game's $60 because it clearly was a low budget. It clearly had a low budget because you get to a cutscene, they start talking, which you have to read. What is this? Freaking 2016, you got to read everything. And then they start reading, or you start reading, and then all of a sudden the cutscene, you end up going to another area. But they don't even show you going to another area. They don't even show you physically walking to another area. They jump cut to black, and then all of a sudden you're in a snowy area, and you just left from Namek or something like that. It's just so stupid, These little things, people are going. This is 2019, Games are supposed to be on par. They're supposed to be not like this. And the fact that they got away with this and that it's so lazy and they have charged people $100 for a pre-order, it for the deluxe edition is just insane. I feel they knew that this game was going to end up being like this. I know they knew that. And then there's some characters in the game that don't even belong. You got Yu-Gi-Oh! Why is Yu-Gi-Oh! Even in a game? And why is Death Note in the game if he's not a playable character, Of course, I don't know if he's a playable character because I haven't bought this game. But I've seen the game completely to the end of people playing it. So, from what I've heard, Death Note's not in the game as a playable character. But you have Yugi Moto as a playable character, which is so stupid. He's not even a fighter. He's a duelist from a brand that involves duel cards. To me, it makes no sense why he's in this game. You could have put someone else in the game other than him, like Inuyasha or, I don't know, another character from Yu Yu Hakusho or something. There's plenty of people out there you could have picked other than Yugi Moto. And I mean, it's just like the gameplay on this game is amazing. I wish Bandai Namco would incorporate the fighting that is in this game and put it in the new the new action role-playing game of Dragon Ball Z. I just could imagine them not having a bubble and you could just fight all around the world like they do on this. But see, that's another thing. There's no breakable objects. You're in this little bubble that you're fighting in. The backgrounds are obviously pre-rendered, and obviously you can't interact with anything in the background. It's just, I don't understand why they thought this game was going to be a good idea. Maybe they thought because they had a low budget, they couldn't really commit. I don't really know. And another problem I have with the game is your character creator. Yes, it is good, but when you change your body size or anything like that, like your height will change, but not by much. Or if you try to make your character more buff, he still looks lean. It's not really a big change, Character creator is robust. You do have a high variety of different things that you can equip to your characters, like accessories, outfits, costumes, move sets, stuff like that. Yeah. And another thing that kind of bothered me about it was your character cannot take battle damage. So, like, say you're playing as Goku, right? I mean, even in Xenoverse, your character could take battle damage. But say you're playing as Goku, right, and he's going through a rough fight, and then it'll show that his shirt is torn. He's got cuts on his face with blood, and he's got maybe a slash mark on him or something like that. But if your character's fighting, there's zero battle damage on your character. Like, you would think, hey, maybe we should put battle damage on their character, because that is what every other character has when they're in a fight. But they didn't put that on there. Maybe they're going to patch it. Granted, the game at this moment, I don't think is fully released. I think it's going to come out on the 25th. But like I said, there's people that have pre-ordered the $100 deluxe edition and that have already finished the game now, and they've already said the game is. They haven't said it's trash. I mean, I'm not saying it's trash. It's just, it's Xenoverse. That's all it is. That's the problem. It's nothing new. It's nothing big. It's nothing, groundbreaking. It's just the fact they copied all of the bad shit from Xenoverse and they put it in this game. It's linear. The plot is practically like Xenoverse. The cutscenes are stupid. I mean, they're stupid. Like I said, there's one moment you'll be in a cutscene with somebody, and then they say they got to go to this spot, and then it just jumps you to that spot. You see a black screen, and then it jumps you to that spot, and I'm just like, why even have cutscenes then? If you spend most of your time in the freaking hub world, it's just, that's how Xenoverse was. But at least in Xenoverse, you could actually explore the map that you were fighting on and stuff like that. On this game, you can't even do that. The area where the cutscene starts at is the area where you're fighting at. And you're in this little dome bubble that you're fighting in. You cannot go any further. There's a boundary. You can't go any further. Everything around you is pre-rendered. It's not anything special, all the cutscenes are not anything special. I feel like, and I also feel like the animation in this game, it is good, but like I said, there are some characters in this game that just look bad, and to me, this game is not a buy. I probably won't even buy it when it's on sale. It's too repetitive for me. It's too much like Xenoverse, and I got burnt out on Xenoverse 1, and I got burnt out on Xenoverse 2, because, like, once again, these games are so repetitive. You're constantly doing the same thing over and over again. Majority of fights last probably about 5 minutes, and then you're constantly having to slog through all this crap that you don't care about. The whole game is in Japanese, so you're not going to want to really even pay attention to the story or plot. There's no English setting, which I don't understand why they did that. The whole game is in Japanese. Why did not put an English setting? Why was there no English setting in this game? It makes no sense. It's just some stuff they decided to do was just stupid. At least if you're going to do a Xenoverse look, at least make it better than what Xenoverse was, and they didn't even do that, and it's really sad. And I'm just pissed off that this game is gonna be trash. It is trash, and it makes me so mad. As a fan of animation, as a fan of any anime, this game pisses me off. And it's pissed off a lot of people. I just feel sorry for the people that have spent $100 just to get to play the game early, and then you play the game early and it's this garbage. Hopefully they'll do a better job with Project Z. So far Bandai Namco has not started out good. They got another Dragon Ball Z game coming out that's going to be Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. I think that's what it's called. And so far, that looks like it's going to be good. It reminds me of a card game slash Dragon Ball Fusions. I'm hoping, once again, they dub it all for English because, like I said, this is a game that is coming straight from Japan, coming straight to here, and I don't want to play a game that's going to be all in Japanese. I don't understand Japanese. I speak English, and hopefully the Dragon Ball uh, Project Z is going to be a good game. I have a feeling that it is. Like I said, if they incorporated the fighting from this game into Dragon Ball Project Z, but got rid of that bubble, that invisible barrier that you're in, and let you fight in that world just like they let you fight in this game, I feel that Dragon Ball Project Z is going to be an epic game. I feel like it's going to be really awesome. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what y'all think about Dragon Ball Fighters, what y'all's opinion is on a lot of these other games. I want to know what y'all's opinion is on Jump Force, and I want to know how y'all feel about this newer game. For me, I can't bring myself to play this because it's such a linear game, and more than likely it's probably only maybe 5 or 6 hours long, maybe. And but even Fighter Z to me wasn't a good game either. I mean, people are all, well, it's about the fighting and the animation and all that stuff. No, I get that. I get that. But if that's the case, then why put a story in it all? Just cut that out, make it online only. But this has been Redneck Gamer X. Y'all have a very good day.